Is Harley hurting for sales? Is a lot of Harley riders leaving the Harley brand, going over to Goldwing? Well, I think the proof is in the pudding.
Goldwing rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, who is fearless in a world of reckless automobiles. These are Caliente motovlogs.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Your boy Chris is out on the Goldwing, out for a ride on my DCT. Today is the first day that I've been out of my house in a week. I've been cooped up. I've been isolating with these COVID-like symptoms. I didn't want to spread whatever I had to anybody else, so I've been isolating for a week, and I feel pretty good now, man. Today is actually the first day that I've had the opportunity to get out of my house, and this is the first ride that I've been out on my Goldwing in over a week. And it feels good, y'all. Man, today is nice. Right now I'm showing a current air temp of 68 degrees, 6 to 8 degrees on the air temp. The weatherman is calling for a high today of around about, I think, 75 degrees. So it's gonna be a perfect day for riding, and that's why I'm out here today, just trying to get my ride in. So I really had to let it go, man. You know, I missed my trip. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I was really upset because I've been planning this for a week. I mean, I've been planning this since the beginning of the year, actually for about 6 months, to make my trip. I had everything planned, I had everything laid out, but right a couple days before I was scheduled to pull out, man, I just came down with this sickness, and you know, it happens. They say you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. Some things are out of our control, like the weather and, you know, getting sick, things like that, your health. Some stuff is just kind of out of your control. You just have to roll with it. So I literally had to just let it go, because I was really upset, man. I was like, man, why? You know, I started questioning God, like, hey, why now? But you know, they say all things happen for a reason, so you never know. You know, sometimes God be blocking for you. So I just had to let it go, and I just thank God today that he's keeping me safe, keeping me in good health. And today I'm out on my Honda Goldwing, and it feels good, y'all. So one of the questions that I've been getting here lately on my Facebook, mainly, and on some of my YouTube videos, one of the questions is, how is my Michelins? You know, how are they handling? Can I give you guys an update on my Michelin tires that I installed on my Honda Goldwing? Well, I would tell you this, that the Michelins are handling really, really well. And I don't want to compare motorcycle tires to a car tire, because that's like trying to compare a middleweight fighter to a heavyweight fighter. You know, that's two different weight classes, so we're not going to compare. But as it relates to motorcycle tires, they feel really good. They handle really, really good, really, really well. I have no problems. I have no issues with these Michelins. As a matter of fact, if I was going to have motorcycle tires on my Goldwing, it would have to be Michelin. I have them on my cars, I have them on my trucks. So it's only right that I have them on my motorcycle. But to answer your question, how am I liking these Michelins? How is everything turning out with them? Actually, they feel really, really good. They feel really, really well. They handle good in the curves. They handle good in the straights. My only question is how long will they last? You know, that is my biggest question. Are they going to last 10,000 miles? Are they going to last 15,000 miles? 20,000 miles or more? You know, that is my question. But as far as the handling, as far as how they feel, oh, they feel really, really good. You know, in my personal opinion, I think Michelin makes the best motorcycle tires for the Honda Goldwing, in my opinion. So I hope that answers your question about the Michelins, giving you guys an update on that. And just to give you guys an update on my radar detector, my unit in R4 Extreme. You know, I actually like it better than I thought I would. You know, when I picked this thing up, you know, I really felt like it was overpriced. But I went on and pulled the trigger. I purchased it, and I really, really like it. One of the favorite features of the thing is that it gives you an option to put a clock, you know, to display the clock on the front, so I can see the time. So I kind of like that, because on my Honda Goldwing, I find myself when I want to see what time it is, I have to kind of focus down in the top left corner of the display screen, which works really, really well. Or I can actually look at the clock that's on my phone. But I kind of like the clock that sits right in my view, right on the dash there of my unit in R4 Extreme. I like that clock option. You know, you go through the menu and you can set it for the clock to display. I noticed that it doesn't just go off. You know how some of these radar detectors, they pick up all kinds of signals and they'll just go off for no reason. But I'm loving the R4 Extreme radar detector better than I thought I would. Here recently, I've been seeing a video online about, I guess, a Harley Davidson dealership was just destroying a Honda Goldwing. I'm gonna play this clip and then I'm gonna comment on it. So let's check this out, of this Harley Davidson destroying this Honda Goldwing. Now, when I saw that video, at first I really didn't think much of it. To be honest with you, I kind of thought that it was a video that took place in another country. I didn't realize that was actually here in America. You know, when I saw it on Facebook, the first thing I said is, oh, that just sounds like a disgruntled Harley rider. I didn't think much of it, and then I've been constantly seeing this video kind of surface, and I just kind of want to weigh in on it. You know, I don't know what was the reason behind that. I don't know if I don't really know why a Harley Davidson dealership would destroy a Honda Goldwing. Is it that the Honda Goldwing is the most luxurious motorcycle in the world? The previous generation? Is it that the Honda Goldwing is the most technologically advanced motorcycle in the world? The new style Honda Goldwing? Is Harley hurting for sales? Is a lot of Harley riders leaving the Harley brand going over to Goldwing? Well, I think the proof is in the pudding. You know, so that was one of the first questions that I had, is why would they destroy a Honda Goldwing? But regardless of the purpose, regardless of the reason, in my personal opinion, I just thought that was distasteful. You know, I would probably never buy a Harley Davidson, but I would never take a hammer and put it to a Harley Davidson. I would never destroy it with the sledgehammer. You know, the Harley Davidson is not on my radar, but I wouldn't destroy a Harley Davidson. You know, I believe that people should ride what they want to ride. If you want to ride a Can-Am Spider, that's your business. If you want to ride a Indian, that's your business. If you want to ride a Goldwing, that's your business. So I think that regardless of what you ride, I think you should get what makes you happy. So I'm not sure why they destroyed that Honda Goldwing, but I just thought it was distasteful. You know, I can't think of a reason why would they do that. Yes, it was an older model Goldwing, probably somewhere around the 90s. It looked like an old 95 or something, I'm not sure. Maybe an Aspencade or something. If anybody know what model that Honda Goldwing is, be sure to put it down in the comment section. But I just thought it was distasteful. And, you know, that makes me look at Harley from a different set of eyes. Now, is it Harley as a whole? I don't think so. It might have been just that dealership. So I don't want to, you know, throw all of Harley under the bus. I don't want to hold all of Harley accountable for what one dealership has done. But I just thought it was distasteful. I think people should ride their own ride. And I think people should buy what makes them happy. What works for me may not work for you. What works for one rider may not work for another rider. But I do believe there's a wave of Harley riders now coming over to the Goldwing. I've been preaching this for years. I've been preaching this for over 10 years about the Honda Goldwing. And now guys are waking up and starting to come over to the Honda Goldwing, and now they are seeing what I've been saying for years. Kind of like Darksider. But we're not going to touch Darksider right now. But buy what makes you happy. If you want a Goldwing, buy a Goldwing. I don't care what a Harley rider says. I think everybody should buy what makes them happy. I think part of the problem with people is everybody is too busy trying to impress others. Everybody wants to impress others. Just be yourself. You know, I have a lot of people that will comment on my videos and say, man, you know, all of this stuff on your handlebars, that's distracting. Well, this works for me. This doesn't work for you, it works for me. As a matter of fact, I don't even look down at all of this stuff until it's time for me to use it, because everything has a purpose. But people will say, oh, all of that's distracting. What's all that on your handlebars? It's distracting to you. My eyes are looking forward. But I think that's part of the problem. People are so busy trying to impress others. You want to show somebody else what you're doing to impress them. You know, impress yourself. There's nothing wrong with giving God the glory for how he has blessed you with some things that you have. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with inspiring others to let them know that they can do the same. There's nothing wrong with that. Because a lot of people out here are just doing things to impress others. You're going out here putting yourself in debt trying to impress others. You know, every year you're trading your bike just to get a new bike just to impress others. Then you find yourself in a hole and you can't even pay your bills because you was trying to impress others, and when that newness wore off, you realize that you was stuck with a note for the next 5 to 6 years, depending on how you financed it, if you didn't pay cash for it. And speaking of financing, I would like to pat myself on the back. I paid off my Honda Goldwing, so I like to congratulate myself for paying off my Honda Goldwing, getting that thing paid off. You know, it feels good not having a note on my motorcycle. So be careful, man. You know, I know these bikes are tempting. You go to the dealership, they have these new bikes all shined up and polished up and looking real good, and you're tempted and you want to get you a new bike and you want to impress your buddies and you want to impress your friends, and you signed on the line, and once the newness wear off, you realize you're stuck with a Honda Goldwing that you probably couldn't even afford it in the first place. So don't do things to impress others, do things for yourself. There's nothing wrong with people being impressed with some of the things that you've done, but don't do it to impress others. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They go out and buy these motorcycles. They go out and buy these $50,000 CVO Harley Davidsons to impress their buddies. And I think that's part of the problem. Everybody's trying to impress everybody. Stay in your lane. Do what's best for you. Stop trying to impress others. They say don't keep up with the Jones. You know, I have a lot of people that, you know, they joke and say, Chris, man, because of you, I went out and spent all of this money. And I get it. You know, I'm flattered. But do things for you. And the things that you do may impress others, but don't do things to impress others. Don't go out and buy a $50,000 CVO because you're trying to impress your buddies. Don't go out there and buy a new 2025 Honda Goldwing to impress others. Don't go out there and put yourself in debt, put yourself out trying to impress others. Man, it feels good, man, not having a Honda Goldwing note. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I could have bought a new Honda Goldwing. As a matter of fact, when I was at the Honda Goldwing and Glizzy's up there at Southern Honda Power Sports in East Ridge, Tennessee, shouts out to Mr. Charlie Brown, the Goldwing Godfather. The manager up there, Kyle, said, "Hey, Chris, you know, if you want a Goldwing, man, we can make you a good deal on one. You know, if you want this display right here, the 2025 at the time that Charlie Brown shined up and he put all of the accessories on it and made it look good with the Gold Strike accessories." The manager said, "Chris, man, we could make you a good deal on this bike." I could have easily signed my name on the line. I could easily go out to a Honda dealership and sign my name on the line and get me a new 2025 Honda Goldwing. Yes, it will look good on the Caliente YouTube channel. Caliente has purchased a 2025 Honda Goldwing. But who am I trying to impress? You know, I feel really good not having a Honda Goldwing note. Man, I feel good, man. That's a good feeling. I feel better not having a note than the feeling I would having a new 2025 Honda Goldwing. So that was a milestone for me. And the only difference between the 2025 and my 2021 is the colors. Of course, you're getting wireless Apple CarPlay. Yeah, you're getting a USB Type-C in the glove box. But it's still the same bike. So, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy with my 2021 Honda Goldwing. So, the moral of what I'm trying to say is, don't try to keep up with the Jones. Don't put yourself in debt for others. Do what works best for you. If you do nice things, people will be impressed anyway. But don't go out of your way just to impress them. I'm just out here rambling on the Goldwing. I'm going to be meeting up with Mr. Pat this morning. We're going to head out here and we're going to meet up with Long Haul. We're going to be meeting up with him today. And we're going to do some riding. Anyway, if you guys have any questions or any comments about anything I've said, be sure to put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing. Out on the Goldwing. Finally, on my bike, out there being locked in the house for a week in isolation with these COVID symptoms. But I feel good now, y'all. I'm feel good. And I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.